Let's talk about history. We have a democratic resistance going on in the United States. We also had a democratic civil war. Remember, the Republican Party was born on a moral intolerance for slavery. The Democrats started the Civil War to keep black people as slaves. When they lost that war, they're such sore losers that they assassinated Abraham Lincoln. Now we have a resistance. It's a form of civil war, once again by the Democrats, because they don't like the results of an election. They're sore losers, so they've started the resistance. It's a form of civil war. They want to try to impeach the president. If they could, I think they would assassinate him. But it's very similar to what they did during the Civil War. They want to keep poor people poor. This economic boom that Donald Trump is creating, the best employment numbers for African Americans, they can't have it. Poor black people vote Democratic. If black people get good jobs and start paying high taxes, they'll start voting Republican. Democrats will lose them. The key Democratic base is the more benefits you get, the more likely you are to vote Democratic. If you take one form of government assistance, you're 78% likely to vote Democratic. If you take two forms, like food stamps, housing assistance, or medical assistance, you are about 90% likely to vote Democratic. That's why Obamacare wanted to get everybody on government health care, because once you get your hooks in them, they're Democrats. That's why the Great Society gave welfare to tens of millions of people, broke up the African American and a lot of white families, but those people got the Democrats got their hooks in them. They vote Democratic. Your dad may be gone, and you may live in poverty for one generation, two generations, three generations, but you're going to vote Democrat. That's all that matters. Voting Democrat is the product. Poverty is what gets you to buy that product. Donald Trump's lower taxes and economic boom, 4%, 4.5%. The Atlanta Fed predicts 4.6% growth next quarter. That is a path out of poverty for millions of Americans, millions of blacks. Without people in poverty, the Democratic Party is in trouble. That's why they have the resistance. They started the Civil War because they wanted to keep black people as slaves. They're starting this resistance is all about keeping poor people poor, primarily black, so they can stay Democratic. This is the second Civil War. This is Civil War 0.20. They call it the resistance. It's actually the second Democratic Civil War. It's intended to keep poor people poor. And they're sore losers again. Starting the Civil War, sore loser. Killing Lincoln, sore loser. The resistance, sore losers. I fear for Trump's life because the Democrats are sore losers. You're watching mypresidenttrump.us. Thank you.